Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Karuna and today I'm going to show you how to prepare Boondi Ladoo. Boondi Ladoo or the Motichur Ladoo are the basic sweets in any sweet shop in India. Even the smallest sweet shop in any city in India will have these laddus for sure. And these laddus are so famous that there will be no important ceremonies or festivals without these laddus. Growing up, I've always had these laddus in somebody else's parties or from the very famous sweet shops in the city where I grew up. The idea of preparing Boondi Laddus struck me when I was thinking what I had to prepare for the coming festival. If I was back home in India, I would have definitely had a Boondi Laddu or the Motichur Laddu. So I decided to Google the recipe and I saw a couple YouTube videos and I thought, well, I can try this too. And with all the bits and pieces of information that I collected from internet, here is my quickest and easiest recipe for preparing this laddus. So let's get started. For preparing the bundis, you'll require 2 cups of besan or the chickpea flour, half cup of milk powder, 1 tablespoon melon seeds, a pinch of baking soda, water and oil for frying. In a mixing bowl, add the chickpea flour, a pinch of baking soda and start adding water to make a batter. Mix the batter well so that there are no lumps. Just to make sure I have a perfectly free-flowing batter, I'll use this hand blender and I'll just go over this for a few seconds. Now I have a perfectly smooth and free-flowing batter. The batter is of this consistency. You can see that it's easily falling. Now our batter for making bundis is ready. To prepare the sugar syrup, we'll require 1.5 cup of sugar, a little more than 1 cup of water. The ratio that I have used here is for 1 cup of besan, I'm adding 3/4 cup of sugar. So I had used 2 cups of besan, so I'm using 1.5 cup of sugar and half cup of water for 1 cup of besan. So I've used 1 cup of water and I just added a little extra, so it's a little more than 1 cup of water. In a pan, add the water and the sugar. Now stir this mixture and let this mixture boil for about 15 to 20 minutes on a medium to low flame. And when you touch this liquid, you can see that there will be a thread-like consistency, and then you know the sugar syrup is ready. While our sugar syrup is getting ready, in a different pan, I'll pour some oil in order to prepare the bundis. Drop a tiny little drop of the bundi batter in the oil, and if the drop rises soon after it's dropped in the oil, we can be sure that the oil is hot enough and we can start frying our bundis now. My tiny little bundi has come up and it has stopped sizzling, so I'll assume that it's done and I'll just remove this out of the oil. In order to prepare the bundis, you need to have a perforated ladle which will have tiny little holes like this, and get this on top of the oil. The distance between the oil and the ladle should be approximately 4 inches, and all you have to do is just take the besan mixture and pour it on top of this and it will start falling. You have to just move this ladle around. It's pretty easy. Just make sure that you're frying these bundis on a medium to low flame. You can start removing the bundis from the oil as soon as you see that the sizzling has settled down. If you're preparing the bundis and the sugar syrup at the same time, just keep an eye on the sugar syrup. Still, I don't see that I've got a thread-like consistency in the sugar syrup, so I'll just let it boil for some more time. I'll continue frying bundis on the other stove. You can see that I've got a big lump of bundis here. There's no need to worry, we'll anyways pulse it in a blender to make a smaller version of these lumps. Make sure you clear out the oil before you add in the next batch of bundis for frying. Now the sugar syrup is of right consistency, so I'll turn off the flame and add in the bundis. I still have some more bundis to fry, but how much ever is done, I just added it. I'll continue to add as and when I finish preparing the bundis. Now I'm just repeating the same process again. Make sure you move the ladle around in the oil so that you don't get chunks at one place. Make sure to add the next batch of bundis into the sugar syrup while it's still hot. Even if you're taking time to fry the bundis also, that's fine. But whenever you add, just make sure that the sugar syrup is hot. If it cools down, you can heat it on a low flame again. I have fried the entire batter and I've mixed all the bundis with the sugar syrup. Now, since I wanted to make motichur laddu and these bundis are little bit bigger than what I was expecting, I'll just put them in a blender and I'll just pulse it for once or twice. I have pulsed the entire mixture and now you can see that I have just few big bundis and everything else is crushed. For this, I'm going to add in the milk powder. I'll add this milk powder in batches. I'll add the melon seeds. I've fried these melon seeds in about 2 tablespoons of ghee. I also decided to add a half tablespoon of cardamom powder. I had missed to include this in the ingredients list. Give this mixture a good mix. There's no need to add the entire milk powder. You can just add how much ever you require. Once you've mixed the mixture well, you can just use some extra ghee, grease your hand and just start making the laddus. Make sure you're not squeezing the mixture, otherwise it'll definitely look pasty from outside. It took a while for me to prepare laddus out of the entire mixture, and here you go. Call it motichur laddu or Boondi Ladoo. They taste absolutely delicious. Trust me, even though I prepared these laddus for the first time in my life, they are way beyond delicious. They are simply awesome and they are literally melting in mouth. I would definitely suggest you to try and prepare these at home. It's easier to buy boxes of sweets, but just preparing one sweet at home is even more special. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you ever try out this recipe, do let me know how it turns out. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.